Welcome to the Crystal Earth Podcast, brought to you by the Crystal Earth Gallery, your mineral and bead emporium. I'm your host, Nic Scogna, and each week we're going to dive deep into the fascinating world of gemstones. From their physical properties to their metaphysical powers, we're going to explore what makes each stone unique. Plus, we'll occasionally be joined by special guests who share their expert insights, their offerings as well. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, there's something here for everyone. Let's discover the wonders and treasures of the earth.
And welcome back to Crystal Earth. So today we're going to be doing a first look reaction to the 2025 Tucson Gem Guide. So we're going to be sharing the guide as well as some maps and some crucial elements if you're going to Tucson this year that can help you navigate all of the different shows and the town of Tucson itself. They do a really good job with the Tucson Buyer's Guide, the Gem Show Guide, giving you maps and things to do, restaurants and the like. So I want to do a deep dive here, check it out, and get some first impressions for this year's Tucson Gem Show. So we have our guide here. This is I highly recommend a supplemental of the different gem shows that are available or out there at the Tucson Gem Show. So you see this just a ton, and this also gives you the start dates. So when this is recording, we've already started Tucson as of this weekend. So I want to make sure you have everything you need when you go. I'd highly recommend downloading these maps. If you go to Tucson, you can find these in just about every hotel that's there, where there's a show, I should say. So this gives you a full list of the shows. Now, it's not going to tell you specifics on what's at the show. I'd highly recommend multiple year visits for Tucson, up to 3 or 4 years before you really get a feel for where you like to go, your favorite shows, etc. So if you're just visiting or driving by Tucson, you can hit the Strip, which is a series of hotels right off of I-10. That's going to cover most of everything that you need as far as visual pleasure in gems, collector pieces, bulk purchases, you name it. You don't have to go much further than that, but there are over 55 shows. So it depends on when you're there and what you're looking to find. If you want fine minerals, the Westward Look Fine Mineral Show only runs, looks like Thursday the 30th through Sunday the 2nd of February. Now, every year with Tucson, it covers a period of time that overlaps the Super Bowl, and we like to lovingly call Tucson the Super Bowl of gem shows because it is the biggest gem show in the world. It's a must-see, even if you're not going there to purchase for a store or restock or what have you. It is a must-see event. And there's more than just rocks and minerals there. There are definitely home decor pieces, lots of rugs. You get so many different things, pottery, fine art. There are many things going on there during the Tucson Gem Show that it really is quite an event for anybody that's going. So I highly recommend it, of course. There's also the Tucson Show Guide list like this. There we go. And we're going to share this. There we go. This one here. And this gives you another look at the shows and where they're at on the map. Now, of course, restaurants also a major plus. Tucson is known for its restaurants, for its gastronomy. It's one of those major gastronomic destinations, actually, in the world. Lots of attractions to see in Tucson. And then you have your map. Now, let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. You can see where all the shows are located, what intersections they're at. I highly advise when you get there to get the shuttle list and use the shuttles because it's just an easy way to go about it. Something else I advise if you are going to be driving and hitting a lot of shows and restocking is to take one of those luggage carriers that you can easily fold flat. Take it in and you can pack some flats on that. That'll get you moving around without too much back pain. You see I-10 here. And you've got easy access to most of these shows right off of I-10 when you're in Tucson. There's a nice overlay for the restaurants. And the nightlife there, it's lively. It's typically a little cool in the 30s and 40s. The daytime temps in the 70s and 80s. So it's very pleasant. I remember one year I drove in and I was driving over the mountains to the east. And it was snowing in the mountains. When I got down, it was 75 degrees and sunny down in Tucson. Just an amazing place. Okay, so that's it for those. Let's see here. We have, I don't want that one. Okay. And now we have our Tucson show guide for this year. I love the look of it. It looks great. And they're going with the color theme, which is like an imperial topaz this year. A kind of a mocha color. And as you can see, you have... Now, this show guide is laden with a lot of advertisements, which is great. The main... and of course, stories as well. Learning about the gem trade. Learning about what artists are doing with jewelry. This is put on by Interweave, and they do, I think, 3 big shows, one of them being Bead Fest in Philadelphia, which is the area where I was at before moving to Kentucky. And Bead Fest is a very large crafters festival. So the guide has kind of a mix, but it is very gem show specific. I mean, some just absolutely beautiful, beautiful pieces here. Just depends on what you're into, right? If you like a more, if you're coming from somewhere outside of the U.S., there are other shows listed here as well. And, all about petrified wood. Looks great. Looks fantastic. Inlays. And again, if you're into jewelry, great. If you're into fine jewelry, look at this. Amazing. John Dyer. Absolute amazing faceter. Artist. We have the different show place, gem show. We have a lot of different advertisements for different gem shows at the Tucson Gem Show. The Jog show is a really good show. I always hit that show. They also have a really great after party. And then, of course, you can see in this picture here just how big some of these shows are. This is one of the shows, the G&LW. I want to say it's a wholesale show, but I could be wrong, which means you have to have a business license to get into this. But the Holodome show, yeah. It may have a retail element to it. And if you're going to Tucson this year or in Tucson, I'd love some boots on the ground, get some feedback from those that are there as to what they're seeing, what they're loving, what's new. There you go. Pueblo show is a really good one as well. That's going to be on the strip or off the strip, but very close to I-10. Yeah. So you just got so much going on. And of course, lots of great ads, which give you lots of great pictures. Okay. And if we scroll through, we're going to get to the actual guide, which is going to be a necessity at the show, that you have these contents here. You want to know where you're going, and you want to know what kind of show it is, and when it's coming, when it's going to be opening, because you may be there early and the show's not going on for another week. And it's a 3-week event. It goes till the middle of February. I believe it's the 17th this year, or somewhere thereabouts, which is a Monday, I think. Color of the year. There you go. To me, it reminds me of Imperial Topaz. It's a very nice fall color. Here's the shuttle guide, a high necessity if you're going to be moving around a lot and you want to leave the driving to somebody else. They are very efficient. You can find parking right there on the spot and hit all the shows. And then there's a list of exhibitors. I don't find this terribly helpful because you need to know the person's business name. It doesn't tell you what they have on their table. You may know them from a show, and they may be selling something completely different in Tucson than they do at another trade show. Just that's the way it works. A lot of people will have a station storage unit in Tucson just for the Tucson show. I'm going to do it year after year. Here's another overview of one of the big tents. Massive, right? Just absolutely huge shows. And this gives you an idea, some of the, how many booths are in some of these tents, just how big this show is. This is one show out of 55, right? So it gives you an idea. And I'm saying 55, it may be in the 60s. It was 55 in 2016, I think. In 2019, it was 65, I think, shows. And that's, some of these businesses just have a show at their warehouse. So it's, it's a show and tell in a way. Come to my warehouse. But highly worth it if you're going. If you're going to purchase for a store, prepare to be broke when you leave. If you're going to pick up a few nice pieces, you're going to find them. You're going to find them there. This is a great guide this year. Looks wonderful. And again, a necessity that you pick one up. It's at most of the Gem Show hotels for free. You can also go to Interweave and download the maps, this guide. And yeah, there you go. It's a nice map of Tucson with the restaurants and, of course, with some of the gem shows too that you're going to want to hit. And that might be a fold out that's available in the guide, if I remember correctly. They have a fold out. But yeah, this is going to be a great show this year, 2025. It ebbs and flows, obviously, but when you've got this quantity of people coming in, 10,000 RVs, people from all over the world with their collections and their offerings, it's you can't go wrong, no matter what you're into. It is an event. And of course, then you have the nightlife. You got, bands coming through and playing in Tucson. You have Gem Jam, which is a festival that sprung up to cater to the timing of this event. And yeah, if you like fine gemstones, you're going to find them there. If you want bulk purchases, you'll find it there. If you're looking for jewelry items, you'll find it there. Jewelry components, if you're a jewelry maker, crafter, it's all going to be available at the Gem Show. And it just keeps going. It's a 215-page guide. Beautiful turquoise, right? So if you are going and you have any great finds, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you found at Tucson, what you love about Tucson. And of course, you can always comment your favorite stone. That way we can check out what you're into. And then we may include that in our A to Z of gemstones, the Crystal Chronicles. What we're doing on the other end of this here is we're doing a list of all the gemstones, giving a brief intro to each one, their metaphysical properties, how to use it metaphysically, as well as the geology of it and how it grows, the hardness, every little tidbit we can about the stone in brief. And then, of course, some pictures and videos to go along with it. I do also am open to, I should say, guests coming on as well. Anybody that has a collection or wants to talk about rocks, let's go. Let's talk about some crystals and gemstones. I always love to have the conversation. So that is an open door. You can reach out to me at thecrystalearthgallery.com through the contact form there, or you can comment below and we can try and coordinate that way. Well, this was my little first look, and I love it, the Tucson Gem Show guide. So I hope this helps you and guides you in going to Tucson or in making the decision to go. I highly recommend it. And don't plan for just 1 year. Plan for a multiple year visit to really see everything that the Tucson Gem Shows have to offer. And it's a great place to visit in the winter, I would say, too. So again, I want to thank you for hanging out with me today while I looked at this guide and strolled through. And until next time, my friends, be well.